Hi, I'm Anupa and I welcome you to Sanjeev Kapoor Khazana. What am I going to show you right now? It is my favorite dish. Me and my bunch of friends, whenever we plan to go out for dinner, I always come up with an option of let's go and have Sizzlers. Sizzler is something that I personally like because it's like a one dish meal. There's rice, there's meat, there's vegetables and there's lots of sauce. So you don't have to really order 5 different things. It's everything on one platter and that is what I'm going to show you right now. This is a seafood sizzler specially for you. So to make seafood sizzler, we need assorted seafood for which I have fish, prawns and squids. As for the vegetables on the platter, you can again have a choice of vegetables. What I have chosen for today is broccoli, green peas, carrots and some French beans. This is red chilli sauce, chilli flakes, some cabbage leaves to line the sizzler plate, butter, black pepper, salt. So what we need to do is, first and foremost, before you begin anything, take your sizzler plate and you have to keep it for it to get heated. So while you are actually preparing everything, the sizzler plate is always getting heated. It has to be very hot for you to have so much of smoke in the house. So let it be on the gas till you have actually finished making your entire sizzler. Bring it off the flame only when you are ready to assemble it. So till then, the sizzler plate is going to be on the gas and it's going to get heated, and let it be right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to first toss the rice. So here I have basmati rice which is cooked, blanched and done. So we'll start by taking in some butter. Now in the butter we need to add very little garlic. The rice should not be very overpowering. The actual flavor and taste has to come from the seafood mixture that we are doing. So the rice needs to be very lightly spiced. So after you add in the garlic, let's add a little bit of onion to this and a bit of chilli flakes. That's it, not much. Add in the rice, pepper and some salt. Just toss this up. What we need to do is we just need to sprinkle a little water on this. So this rice is done. What I'm going to do is just cover it and cook it for just a minute. I want all the flavors to really combine well with the rice. Now our main cooking is doing the seafood. So for which we will toss all of them separately in a wok, probably in the same wok, and we'll keep it aside, and then comes the actual assembly. Oh, lovely. You see this? The rice is smelling marvelous. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the rice in a bowl. That's about the rice. So that is done. Let's toss the vegetables also. So again I'll need some butter, and vegetables we are just going to toss it lightly with butter, nothing else in that. So the butter is done, to which we'll add in the carrots, French beans, green peas and the broccoli. Sprinkle some salt over this as well, along with some pepper. Wow, looking pretty, huh? We don't need to cook this too much. Just take a bowl and put all these vegetables in a bowl. So we are done with the rice, we are done with the vegetables. All that is left is a sauce for the sizzler and cooking the seafood. That's the most important thing. So let's start by cooking the prawns. Butter. So we are actually doing everything in butter. Now with butter, I suddenly remembered the tongue twister. Betty bought some butter. The butter was bitter, so she bought a better butter to make the bitter butter better. Well, this butter has got nothing to do with the sizzler per se, but just like that. Okay, coming back to the butter in the pan, let's start by adding in some onions. Little bit onions, little bit garlic, very little, some dried herbs, chilli flakes. Now to this we'll add in the prawns. But now this entire cooking has to be done on high heat because otherwise prawns will unnecessarily sweat much. We want it to be just like this. Like this. Just toss it. Do it on high flame. And we are going to cook all the seafood in a similar way. So this is prawns. I am cooking it separate because I want to arrange it nicely on the platter. So prawns, squids and fish, we could have cooked it together, but since all of them have a different cooking time, we will cook it separately. So I think the prawns is cooked. Putting it here in this plate. In the same pan, same ingredients, same tossing, cooking time would change. Again with some butter, followed by some onions, then garlic, a little bit of chili flakes, some dried herbs, and this time it's not prawns but it is squids. Add the squids, add some salt and some pepper. Toss this up on high heat. Squids go quite rubbery, but that's how it is. Squids and octopus are from the same family. The meat is slightly rubbery, but many people enjoy this kind of a meat as well. So in case, I know of some people who don't prefer squids also, so I'm sure you'll have a substitute to it. And in case if you're not able to find assorted seafood, you can stick to one seafood but keep quite a bit of it. So the squids are also cooked. They go on the plate. And now comes the most tender meat, which is the fish. Butter followed by some garlic and onions, chili flakes, some dried herbs. And this time it's boneless pieces of fish, little bit of salt and pepper, but the fish is quite a tender meat, so don't do too much of tossing, just use a spatula and just turn it over. We'll have to cook the fish till it is done and then we'll start arranging the sizzler. Let's quickly check how the plate is heated up. It's very hot. So what we should do is take the cabbage leaves. Okay, so I think the fish is cooked, but there's a lot of juice in that. We'll let it stay just as it is, but we'll only pick up the fish, and that juice will actually act as our sauce. So just remove the fish onto a platter. And this excess of liquid I am going to keep in a bowl, which I will add in later. So now let's make the sauce. To make the sauce, again I need some butter. So let's add some garlic, followed by some onions, some dried herbs, some chili flakes, and just saute this up well. Now to this I am going to add in some red chili sauce, followed by some ketchup, juice which was left, you've added that, and now to this let's add some stock, and we'll just give this a boil. Okay, so this sauce is thickened, we don't need to add any thickening to this, it's come to a boil also. Just a little bit of coriander. Switch off the heat. Sauce is done. Now let's arrange the sizzler. So first what we'll do is, where we see maximum cabbage leaves, we'll arrange the rice there. Now goes in the vegetables. Now goes in the seafood. A good portion of prawns, followed by some squids and the fish. What you have to do now is place it on this wooden board, and another important element is French fries. I've got some fries here. So now everything is done, all that you have to do is pour the sauce. So here's our sizzling, spicy seafood sizzler. Yes, it does have a lot of work to it, but it's simply delicious. Just dive into it and quickly I'm sure you're going to finish it. So here is my recipe of seafood sizzler specially for you. Happy cooking! I am sure you all love our recipes, so to stay connected, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel Sanjeev Kapoor Khazana.